Spain the same as Christmas in the US? Do Americans practice Christmas like Spaniards do? Whereas American children have Elf on the Shelf, Spanish children have Caganeros. Welcome to another English lesson. Today we're talking about comparative words, and we're going to compare Christmas in Spain to Christmas in the US. Okay, we're gonna go through the most common compare and contrast words, and then we're gonna talk to Jose about Christmas in Spain. First, let's talk about words to show that two things are similar or the same. The first word we have is like. Like in the United States, Christmas in Spain is a very important holiday. So we can put like in the beginning or in the middle. Christmas in Spain is a very important holiday, like in the United States. We can also add just to our like. People take many days off in Spain to enjoy the holiday, just like they do in the United States. We can also add much. For example, people in Spain spend a lot of time preparing the food for Christmas, much like they do in the United States. We also have the words also and to. People in Spain like to go to the botanic gardens to look at the lights. People in the US also like to go to the gardens to look at lights. In the United States, people like to put up Christmas decorations, and in Spain they do too. We also have the same as. The gift-giving tradition in Spain is the same as in the US. Or the Santa in Spain looks the same as Santa in the United States. Okay, we also have as, blah blah blah, as. Eating a meal together in Spain is as important as eating a meal together in the US. Spanish cities have as many lights as American cities. Spanish children get as excited about Christmas as American children. Okay, let's ask Jose some questions. Do you want to introduce yourself?
No, I hate introducing myself. First question, please.
Well, this is Jose. He is Spanish, so he's an expert on all things Spanish. What are some similarities between the US and Spain when it comes to Christmas?
Well, I think there is not Spanish Christmas anymore. For example, we don't say Merry Christmas, but Happy Holidays. I think it's the same as in the US. True?
No. Actually, that's a common mistake. If you already, in your sentence, if you have a comparing word, like the same as, then don't add to or also. Also. It's too many comparing words.
Thank you.
Is the gift-giving tradition in Spain the same as in the US?
Yes, we have a lot of presents for Christmas, but I think not as many as in the US. The reason is because our pockets are emptier. We don't have as much money as she.
Very good. So do people in Spain get stressed about Christmas?
People in Spain get stressed much like they do in the US.
When we want to contrast things or talk about the differences between two things, we can use adjective plus than. December in Valencia is warmer than December in Minnesota, where I'm from.
That's correct.
So if the adjective has one syllable, you can just add er, warmer. Christmas break in Spain is longer than Christmas break in the US. Spanish holiday traditions are older than they are in the US. It is more common in the US to buy a Christmas tree than it is in Spain. When we use adjectives with 2 or more syllables, you use more or less in front of the adjective. Christmas in Spain is more relaxed than Christmas in the US. American Christmas songs are more famous than Spanish Christmas songs. Christmas in Minnesota is snowier than Christmas in Spain. If we use an adjective that has 2 syllables but ends with a Y, change the Y to I and add ER. Holiday season is busier in the US than it is in Spain. Christmas parties in Spain are crazier than they are in the US. Keep in mind that there are irregular comparative adjectives. So traveling in Spain during the holidays is better than traveling in the US during the holidays. Traveling in the US during the holidays is worse than traveling in Spain during the holidays. You can also use though and although to show differences. Though in the US, children open gifts on December 25th, in Spain, they open gifts on January 6th. You can also put though in the middle. In the US, children open gifts on December 25th, though in Spain, they open gifts on January 6th. Although many Americans eat ham on Christmas Day, many Spaniards eat lamb and seafood. So though and although are very similar. Although is a little bit more formal and though is a little less formal. Also, although usually starts a sentence, but though you can use to start a sentence or in the middle of the sentence. You can also use unlike. Unlike A, and then something true about B. For example, unlike the United States, people in Spain don't put as many lights outside on their house. Or unlike Spaniards, Americans go back to work on January 2nd. You can also use whereas. Whereas, something true about A, comma, something true and different about B. So whereas Spaniards set up a nativity scene, Americans usually set up a Christmas tree.
And this is a Belén. We set up a Belén in Spain.
You can also use however. So you say a sentence, something true about A, finish the sentence, period, however, something true about B that is different. In Spain, most people travel by train to visit family. However, in the US, most people travel by plane. Hi, Jose.
Hi again.
In Spain, do people have a tradition of Christmas trees?
Oh yes, we have Christmas trees. Though in the US many people have real trees, in Spain the trees are made of plastic.
Jose, what is the importance of Three Kings Day in Spain?
It was very important in the past, but now the kids want to get their presents earlier. Christmas is in December 25th, but Three Kings is in January, so they prefer to give their presents earlier.
Could you explain the tradition of Belén?
Oh yes, we set up the nativity scene It is not so common now as it was in the past. However, now the Christmas tree is becoming more common than the Belen.
Last question, Jose.
Okay?
Who does Christmas better, Americans or Spaniards?
As I know, I think the Americans celebrate or commemorate Christmas better than Spain, at least now. It was better in Spain in the past, but not now. No,
It's gotten worse?
it's getting worse.
Why?
I don't have the answer. No more answers today.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you found this video helpful, please click subscribe and the like button and leave us a comment.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, of course. But I think not.
España!
No. Oh,
No. People in Spain get stressed about Christmas.
stop. People in Spain
I'm gonna be doing a lot of editing.